Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm currently top 350 in the world at Grand Champion 7.3k with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. Gonna be pushing some more ladder today. As you know, the queue time at top ladder takes quite a long time, so I will cut the video and be right back when we find our first match. Alright, so we found our game against Des, and I actually recognize his name. I think he is a Graveyard Freeze player. It's gonna give him the good luck. And this is actually the most awkward hand to start with, literally, like the worst hand. He gives the good game. I'm gonna say good luck. I think he's trying to tie with me because he knows that I have a decent matchup against him, but I'm not really gonna tie him. He might think I'm trying to tie or something, or he has a chance to tie because I'm not playing anything, but really I'm just not playing anything because I have a terrible hand. If I was to play something with this hand, I would probably knight the back, but I know his deck. He has Bowler, Valk, Inferno Dragon, so if I go knight and he just goes like Bowler or I drag or something, it'll just be a wasted 3 Elixir. I don't see the point in that at all. And I could also Tesla, but it wouldn't do much because he could just like ignore it and go I drag far corner or something. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill for now until double Elixir, I guess. Also, you guys pretty much know the drill at this point. I've been doing a lot of ladder pushing videos recently. They've kind of become my main form of content, like my most standard type of video, and I'm pretty happy about it. The thing is, ladder is a great source of content because I know that a lot of people enjoy watching it, and I honestly never really pushed much ladder back in the day, so it was never really something I did a lot, but ever since I have been making more ladder videos, my video performance has been going up a lot, so I know that people love ladder the most, so I'm pretty happy I've been making more. Hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. 3.0 Xbow Cycle is in quite a hard spot right now in the meta, and I feel like it'll only get worse as the new cards come out, because they seem like they're going to be pretty broken, but we'll have to see. Anyways, we are getting closer to regulation time now, so double Elixir time, I guess, and I think I'm just going to Xbow. He does have a lot of counters, so this is a good matchup for me because he has freeze, graveyard freeze. They don't have a big spell, so defensive Xbows can get a lot of value, but it should be pretty hard to get a lock actually if he plays well because he has Bowler and a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to go Xbow right here. Ice Wiz comes down, and Inferno Dragon going to fireball all of that off, try and get a connection. Does go with the Valk as well, so that is going to shut down my Xbow. Like I said, he has lots of Xbow counters, and that wasn't even like a good hand. He also has Bowler in this deck, so he's still giving good game, still trying to tie. I guess we could tie because we still had full HP towers, but I'm going to play like I don't really tie people I'm not friends with anyways. Going to Xbow, Knight to predict the Bowler. Nice, we did get the prediction off, so he should get a Tornado here to pull my Knight into Xbow range. That's a pretty nice play. I'm just going to Tesla, and there's the freeze, so like I said, it is going to be Graveyard Freeze. Inferno Dragon is going to be kind of annoying. Going to E-Spirit to try and slow it a little bit and keep my Tesla alive a bit longer, and then I'm going to split Archers and once again go for an Xbow on the left. I feel like going in aggressively is quite good. I don't really want a defensive Xbow for no reason, especially if I'm out-cycling his Bowler, but if I end up continuously not breaking through, I might have to defensive Xbow, because they do have this play where they Bowler in the middle, and it's actually kind of annoying. I did get a nice log off, but he also got a nice freeze off, and actually gets quite a lot of Baby Dragon damage. Gonna fireball off this Ice Wiz and hopefully get a small connection. Okay, I maybe should have predicted the Baby Dragon, but at the same time, then I wouldn't have had much for it. So on my side, so I guess it was good that I didn't. We're gonna go for another Xbow and Tesla once again. He's probably gonna do the same Bowler placement, so this is actually kind of annoying. I took quite a lot of Baby Dragon damage. Gonna go log plus Archers to keep my Tesla, or to keep my Xbow alive rather, because after I log the Bowler off, it doesn't actually target the Xbow anymore. And I should have outcycled his Bowler right now, so I'm going to go for another Xbow on the right, and we do get a small connection in the left, which is pretty decent. Actually really good for us that he actually just messed up that prediction with the Inferno Dragon as well. Might go for a Tornado on this Knight. Okay, no, actually he doesn't. I kind of wish he did. He does get the Bowler down, unfortunately, and this is what I meant, like, even though it is a pretty good matchup for me, he does still have that Bowler, which is really annoying and super hard to break through. But I did finally get a nice connection to put me back. I'm going to Xbow in the left immediately because I'm just constantly outcycling his Bowler pretty much. And then I'm going to hover my E-Spirit for his Inferno Dragon, Knight for the Bowler as well, and Tesla a bit off to the side. Because, yeah, I had a feeling he'd go for the same Bowler strategy. And now I'm going to get for another Xbow on the board. Hopefully this can kind of overwhelm him. I'm going to fireball the Baby Dragon off. Archers will also take care of it along with that. And he is still holding on pretty well, honestly. I'm going to Knight to protect the Xbow. And I think I'm going to have to Xbow again in the left. This one is basically dead. And yeah, Inferno Dragon is really annoying. Gonna try and keep my Xbow alive though. Nice, I did get a lock, so gonna Archers plus Fireball. That actually might have been a bit of a mistake, because now I don't have anything for his graveyard. Yeah, I think that Fireball wasn't really worth it. We're gonna Bridge Block with the Knight, get back to a new pair of Archers. Okay, they almost didn't come down, actually. Gonna Fireball, and then Log, because he's gonna freeze. And we should clip Skeletons just in time. Nice, so we did get a really nice win there against Des. Gonna give the good game. He is laughing, I guess he's upset, but like I said, I only really tie my friends. Looks like he's really upset. He did want to draw with me, but I don't really tie with people I don't know, so that is going to be game. Like, I do know what he plays, but I don't know him on a personal level. But yeah, nice win against Graveyard Freeze for the first match against Des, a pretty good player, as you can see. He has a number 31 best finish, so he was a really good Graveyard player, so really nice game to start it out. Alright guys, and it looks like we received a Rage DM of sorts. I guess he's not... I don't know if it would be considered a Rage DM, but he seems pretty upset by the "you is serious" message. But basically, Des, the guy I just beat with Graveyard Freeze, messaged me asking for a draw. I said we're going to play because, like I said to you, I don't tie against people that I don't really know, only really my friends. And then he says "you is serious, you play, and not me in game." Not sure what that really means, but maybe he's trying to say, like, when I played, once Double Elixir started, he wasn't in the match, but I mean, he reacted pretty quickly, so I don't know what that's about. And also, I said good luck right at the start, so I literally already told him that we weren't going to tie. I guess that's pretty funny, though, but just wanted to show you guys, because it was kind of funny. We got a message. But yeah, let's keep it going with the ladder push. Alright, so we are into the next match against Shiki Poron. You might recognize his name. I'm going to give him the good luck. And he always starts with that Spear Goblins in the corner placements. So just going to log them off right away. And he's been in quite a few of my videos, I think. Or at least my last ladder video, I'm pretty sure. But I've went against him like 3 times this season so far, at least. Maybe more. He does play Mega Knight Bait, which is a really good matchup for me. So I'm pretty happy about it. But yeah, that's just... I recognize him because we went against each other so much. But just going to Tesla for the Skeleton Barrel. And some people have been asking me why I'm playing Electro Spirit in the deck, and the reason is because of decks like these, because of the Goblin Gang buff, and Goblin Gang being quite an overpowered card now. I feel like there are quite a lot of bait decks, so I've just decided to play Electro Spirit because I feel like it offers more benefits than Ice Spirit. Kind of messed up with those Spear Goblin, just gives me a chain onto tower, so I'll take it. But yeah, I do love Ice Spirit the most. I think the freeze is so nice, but Electro Spirit is just really good in a meta like this, I feel. And he did go for a miner with those goblins, but thankfully I was able to pick it up with the archers. Even though normally you would want your archers to die, I actually want to play this matchup pretty passively. Does go Skelly Barrel the back. I'm actually going to fireball it and just take the value, because I think I'm just going to go left lane right now. I don't even need to respond to those skeletons, so... this is looking pretty good for me. I am down a little bit of Elixir because the eye drag came down when I was at like 7, but should still be fine. Just going to go for a Tesla, and this is the placement you want to use to counter a Skeleton Barrel. Just going to log the Spear Goblins, and another good thing about this placement is it will also kite an Inferno Dragon like that, even if you don't use anything to distract it, so you don't have to pull it over. Whereas with a center Tesla, you would have to. So just going to split Archers again, and I think I'm actually going to E-Spirit to try and chain onto the Goblins. Another nice application of E-Spirit over Ice. You can do chip plays like those. Gonna Knight for these skeletons, and I think Knight should hopefully take care of everything. Okay, we're gonna take 2 skeleton hits, but that's totally fine because that's my healthier side tower anyways, and you'll notice that I haven't really gone in at all yet, and that's because the only real way to lose a really good matchup like this is if you play a bad Xbow, so I'm just gonna chill and play really defensively for now. Actually gonna cycle back to another fireball for the 4 goblins in the left. Gonna archers for the skeleton barrel, and then log everything off. Okay, actually really well played. Gonna have to get back to a knight for those skeletons. I actually have to give him the well played, because that was quite a good trick with the zap throwing off my log timing, I have to say, but we are still in the lead, so that's pretty good. Gonna get back with another Tesla, and hopefully he's getting a bit impatient, so he might go for like a Mega Knight or something. That's kind of what I'm going for, just getting him to waste a Mega Knight. I'm gonna go skeletons and then log on all of these goblins. Then I'm gonna Xbow because I feel like I'm in a pretty good position at this point. I have a Tesla up, I have 2 archers counter pushing, and he also just went in, so they should be pretty nice. Gonna E-Spirit to reset the Inferno Dragon charge, or Inferno Dragon beam rather, and then archers start sniping it, and I already got his zap, so he can't actually zap this Xbow off tower. Mega Knight got kind of shredded there, and we do get a really, really nice connection. So that is exactly what I was going for. Just playing this matchup very patiently because it is a very good matchup for me. Gonna pre-Tesla on the right because he has been going in the right. Nice, we actually did get the eye drag. Gonna go in because he just uses Inferno Dragon, and I still have my Tesla, so that's why I played my Xbow kind of inwards to the right, so that if he did Mega Knight on the Xbow, I would be able to get the Tesla to target as well. Somehow my E-Spirit didn't chain that much there. I don't know why, but just going to fireball all this off. Mega Knight is going to get taken care of by the archers. That's still going to be a flawless sequence. Actually, not a good zap by him, so going to go in. Just because I feel like he's kind of low on Elixir after that zap. Yeah, he doesn't have enough for the Mega Knight. Going to log all this off, hover my Knight for his Mega Knight, and he's not back to zap, so that should be game, actually. So yeah, really good stuff there. Really nice win against Mega Knight bait. Again, really good matchup for me, but that is pretty much picture perfect how you want to play it. You don't want to be super aggressive. I have lost that matchup by being super aggressive before, so you just want to play passively because you have all the answers that you would ever need. So that's going to be another nice win, and that's going to put me 1 win away from 7,400 trophies. Pretty much almost top 200 now, so looking really good. Alright guys, so this is pretty funny. I actually got even more DMs from Des, and it seems like he's quite upset. He says you play and not me in game, and I said good luck, like I'm not gonna tie him. And then he said no Twitter, full skill Xbow spam. I just said okay. And then this is the really funny part. He says nice win steal, I good game and you play. Like I already said, I don't tie people that I don't know, and just because he says good game doesn't mean I have to tie. Like just because he asked for a draw doesn't mean it's a win steal if I don't say good game back. So I think that's pretty hilarious, honestly, so I just wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it was pretty funny. But anyways, back to the regular scheduled ladder pushing. Alright, and we are into the next match against El Gringo. Gonna give him the good luck and see what's up. Just gonna E-Spirit at the start. I feel like it's always the most solid starting play because you just kind of get to find out what they have. As you can see, he went for the Dark Prince, activating King, and King activation doesn't really mean anything against Xbow, so it's all pretty good. And just gonna Knight for this Dark Prince. He goes for a P.E.K.K.A. That's actually really unlucky for me because I don't have Xbow in Cycle, so I'm just gonna Archers the back, I guess. If I go Skeletons Cycle back to my Xbow, I could go in, but then I wouldn't have Skeletons for the P.E.K.K.A, so that's just honestly a really unlucky starting hand for me, so I'm just gonna have to fully defend, I guess. He does have arrows, and I think this might be Graveyard. Yeah, there it is, so in a Skeletons for the P.E.K.K.A. He actually did go for a Bomber to predict the Skeletons, maybe. Just gonna Knight, and then I also have to get an E-Spirit for the Graveyard as well. As you can see, E-Spirit is insanely clutch against Graveyard as well. Another really good thing about it, I feel like it's way better against Graveyard Arrows matchups in particular. Splash Yard, I feel like it's kind of a wash because Ice-Spirit's really nice against Baby Dragons and catching Barb Barrels, but E-Spirit is just so good against Graveyard. It's gonna Expo though because he's not back to his P.E.K.K.A, so this should be pretty good. And wow, he actually has Balloon. So gonna Tesla. Tesla should take care of both the Dark Prince and the Balloon, but that is actually really unlucky because Balloon just fully counters my Expo. Can't really do anything about it, so it's one of those cards. It's like an Inferno Dragon. Like, you can't kill it unless you overcommit a ton on your Expo. So it's just really unfortunate there. And this is looking like it's the Mohammed Parsa deck with P.E.K.K.A, Graveyard, Balloon, Arrows. But I feel like this is actually a really bad matchup. I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad because I do have E-Spirit. But at the same time, it's just really annoying. Gonna log this Ewa's back. And hopefully this Expo can get some damage because I would really like to at least have a small lock, but he actually defended that quite well, unfortunately. Gonna Skeletons to protect my one Archer and just make the most out of this defense. Hopefully I don't have to commit any more to the P.E.K.K.A. Nice, looks like I don't. So that's going to be a nice positive Elixir trade against the P.E.K.K.A at least. Goes Dark Prince Graveyard, gonna go Archers, and he's just gonna Arrows them off, unfortunately. So this is why this matchup is really annoying, I feel like, because the Graveyard Arrows is just quite toxic, and then even if I do manage to outcycle his P.E.K.K.A, he can just get a Balloon on my Expo, and I have to let the Expo die and get a Tesla down like this. Like, I do get a connection, which is not bad, but it doesn't really do me much good because I'm more scared about his big pushes, especially if he gets like a P.E.K.K.A Balloon Graveyard push. That's going to be like impossible to defend. So I feel like I have to keep going in and just not really allow him to build a big push. He did commit a lot there with that Tornado, which is really good for me. Going to Tesla the bridge, and hopefully this can get a nice connection. He actually goes for a Graveyard. He's going to Skeletons for the P.E.K.K.A. Expo is helping out against the P.E.K.K.A. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it's good because it does help my tower, but oh my god, those Skeletons got so much damage. And here, like I said, I'm going to Fireball the Balloon back, and unfortunately I don't have enough for the Tesla in time. That was actually quite a bad Tesla, I feel like. I kind of regret playing it instantly, but I'm going to go in with it because I kind of, well, actually, I think he might be back to P.E.K.K.A, so I don't know. This is, yeah, he is, so this is just really unfortunate. Gonna defensive Xbow, I guess. I actually think if I didn't play that Tesla, I might have been able to win, because he would have been super low in Elixir. And, oh, I wasn't actually ready for that Dark Prince graveyard. Like, usually you want to bridge block the graveyard tank, but I wasn't really prepared there. E-Spirit, look at that though, E-Spirit chain is so clutch. Gonna Xbow on offense. I have a surviving defensive Xbow helping out, so this should be really nice. He might be back to P.E.K.K.A at this point, and he is, so I really have to DPS it down as fast as possible, and I think he's gonna balloon now, so I do have to get ready to fireball it back. Yeah, there it is, so gonna fireball right now. But again, like, no matter how much I commit to the balloon, I can't do anything about it. It just destroys my Xbow, so it really sucks. I really don't think this is going to be that great of a matchup. There's the graveyard again. I wasn't really ready for that Dark Prince, so I think this might be game after he gets the arrows down. Gonna go for E-Spirit to clean up all the skeletons, and then Xbow. I actually have to Knight for the bomber, otherwise that would probably take my tower with spells. And I'm going to fireball to DPS down this P.E.K.K.A as fast as possible, but yeah, I can't really do anything in this matchup. Not sure why he's BMing. I really doubt this is my matchup. I mean, he has arrows for my archers, he has balloon for my Xbow, like, if it was P.E.K.K.A graveyard arrows, like, without the balloon, I feel like I would definitely be able to do okay in this matchup, but it's just really bad. And I was able to get his tower down pretty low. I feel like if I didn't play that one Tesla on the Ewas, I would have been able to win, but yeah, I don't think this is really happening at this point, so that's a really unfortunate loss, but I'm not going to cut it out because losses do happen, but let's move on and try and get another nice win. Alright, hopefully we can bounce back from that loss into the next match against Waze, and his clan is No Skill HC Spam, so actually pretty funny story. I went against someone who had this clan. He actually logbait with skeletons, so looking like Logbait Cycle, I guess. But yeah, the story, I went against someone who was playing Royal Recruits Arrows, and I had Xbow Archer Queen Rocket, so I didn't even have Fireball. And Royal Recruit is already a bad matchup for Xbow. And also he messed up the skeletons there, so that was actually pretty nice, because I do get a damage lead off of that Xbow now. But yeah, unfortunately it is looking like it's going to be Logbait Cycle, which should be a pretty tough matchup if he plays it well. We do also have to see if he has Princess or Dark Goblin. He does actually have Dark Goblin, so that's a really good thing for me. Gonna Knight for the Dark Goblin, log the barrel. And it's good because I don't have to worry about Princess at the bridge getting any damage. I can just defend the Dark Goblins. Dark Goblin is going to be really annoying on offense because I do have to log it off if it's on my Xbow. But other than that, I'm really glad about him not having Princess. I'm actually just going to fireball his tower right now because he can't really do anything about it. And I don't have the best cycle, so it's kind of the best play sometimes. I learned from Titan in the Mighty Miner Bait matchup. I don't know if people still play Mighty Miner Bait after the Mighty Miner nerf. We actually haven't seen his tank yet, so I'm going to go in right now, and let's see if he goes for his tank. He actually goes Rocket again, which is really good for me, because with my hand right there, I feel like I definitely could have, or I feel like he definitely could have defended my Xbow without going for a Rocket, but I'll take it. I mean, I'm up a lot of damage right now, so really good stuff. And yeah, back to my story, it was Recruit's Fireball Arrows, I'm pretty sure. And that is like pretty much one of the biggest counters to Xbow in general, but Xbow Rocket is even worse than 3.0. Or I don't know, maybe they're about the same, because 3.0 does have Fireball for the flying machine, but they have arrows for the archers. But then if you have Rocket, like, you don't get Rocket value on anything at all. At least if you have Fireball, you can get Fireball value on defense. But anyways, just gonna try and defend this. So I beat that guy with Xbow Queen. That's why I'm saying it, because I feel like no skill HC spam was like the exact definition of Recruits against Xbow, and I was somehow able to win, so that was really funny. But I'm up so much damage right now just by fireballing over and over. And I did get some small Xbow connections earlier on. Gonna log the barrel back. I think it's pretty far back, so just gonna make sure I don't miss it. Archers to snipe the Dark Goblin, and he actually gets an E-Spirit. Let's see if he logs as well. He didn't log, so that was actually pretty useless E-Spirit there. Gonna Xbow Skeletons to predict his building, and then Knight, because I think he's gonna go for a building right now, based on everything else he was doing. Gonna Archers as well. There's the Bomb Tower, so it looks like he does have Bomb Tower. Gonna get back to Skeletons for the Dark Goblin. Unfortunately, the Dark Goblin did get some damage, but I actually got damage as well with the Xbow, so it was kind of a net wash, and I feel like that benefited me, because I'm already up so much damage. So yeah, Dark Goblin is interesting, or rather Bomb Tower is interesting. Just gonna fireball again and try and bait him into maybe rocketing my tower, because that's kind of a really good thing for me if he just rockets me for no reason, especially if I'm fireballing for no reason. Like, I'm sure they're bound to eventually start rocketing back. The thing is, in bad matchups, they can just rocket you for no reason, but with a deck like this, I feel like he can't really get away with it that easily. Just gonna Archers to snipe the Dark Goblin, take it out. Looks like only one can hit it, but that's still fine. And I'm just gonna Fireball because I don't actually have Knight in Cycle for my Xbow, so there's not really a point building an Xbow push right now. Looks like he went for a Knight, and there is the rocket, so that's kind of what I was going for. Just gonna Knight down low. Don't want to get predicted by a bomb tower or anything, and also he has a Knight coming down, so I can't Xbow right away. There's the bomb tower. Gonna Xbow in the middle. He kind of messed up the placement there, because there is a placement where you can cover all Xbow placements with your building. Just gonna Skeletons to predict the bomb tower, or the Dark Goblin rather, and looks like he did not get the Knight down in time, so that's just gonna be a good game. Nice win, getting our trophies back after losing. Not sure why he's using the Hog Think, but I'm pretty happy with how I played that one. Fireball Cycle OP in that matchup, and pretty nice win to keep things going. So that's gonna put me pretty much top 300. Let's try and keep it going, go for 7.4K. Alright, so we got the next match against Ali 3 Musk, and I'm going to be honest, I'm actually kind of scared because that clan name usually has a lot of toxic decks, and I'm not trying to discriminate or anything. We do see a gang first play, and I actually feel like it's not going to be Logbait. I think it's going to be like some kind of beatdown or something, so I'm just going to go in with an Xbow with my Knight right now, and he does have a Giant. Oh god, okay, so going to go Archers, DPS it down instantly. Also, we'll find out if he has the arrows or not. Going to E-Spirit to keep my Xbow alive, hopefully get a small connection. Nice, we do manage to get it off, so got a lot of DPS off on that Giant early, and looks like it worked out pretty well. And oh my god, he has Battle Ram as well, so it's looking like it's going to be Giant 3M, especially because of his name, 3 Musk, and you never see Giant plus Battle Ram in any other deck, so this is looking really bad already. Also, there's no way I'm going to commit to that, because I would be down too much Elixir if I wasted my Knight there, and also, I only took like 200 damage anyways, so it wasn't even a big deal, but yeah, Giant 3M. Okay, he goes for a pump, going to Expo right away, try and get a connection. I really need this. He does go for a Giant, unfortunately. Going to Knight to DPS it down. I guess Archers would have DPS'd faster, but hopefully this gets me a small connection. I doubt it though. Yeah, Giant just destroys Expo too much, so unfortunately I can't even Fireball the pump now. Even if I did, it would just be a -1 trade, so either way, like, this is just a terrible matchup, because, okay, he goes for a Horde, interestingly enough. Gonna go Archers. Okay, he does go for a Ram as well. I don't want to Fireball that, as enticing as it seems, just because I know that he has more pumps, and I don't want to get destroyed by Elixir pumps, so I was actually able to defend that pretty well. I do get a last second log down, and I mean, I do have a damage lead, but he has a pump on the field. I feel like he spent his entire Elixir bar with that push, but at the same time he has like 3 or so Elixir stored in that pump as well, so we'll just find out when he plays his next troop and see how much Elixir we're down. Okay, he goes for a pump. I really hope that wasn't at 10 Elixir, because if that was, I'm down like at least 6 Elixir, if not more. Okay, looks like I'm actually down like 8 Elixir or something, but this is going to be a pain, so the only thing I can think of to save me in this matchup is stacking Archers, because he only has Zap. That is literally my only saving grace. Other than that, he can stall every single Expo with the Giant. He also has the Battle Ram, so he has multiple win conditions. Going to log it back to keep my Tesla alive, and I'm going to Fireball the Musketeers. I did actually hit a couple Minions as well, and this should be a very high value E-Spirit, and notice my Archers are getting a ton of value, so I actually defended that kind of alright. Going to log this back, and I'm at 3 Elixir right now, so okay, he goes for a pump. I'm going to Fireball it off this time, I guess. I don't know, like, if I ignored the pump, there isn't really a better play I have. If I offensive Expo, he's just going to defend it like he did. And if I defensive Expo, I don't think it's going to get me much value, honestly. Like, I don't think defensive Expos really work in this matchup. Maybe they would, but I feel like after the Expo nerf, like a year ago, with the rework, I should say, I feel like it's just not really worth it anymore. So gonna Knight, log the Ram again to keep my Expo alive, and then Fireball the 2 Musketeers. I don't know if there's a better option. He does punish with the Horde, but I'm already back to a new pair of Archers. Gonna Knight to protect my Archers as well. I do have to log the Giant back, and then I'm actually back to another E-Spirit. So I actually did survive. Musketeers are getting damage in both lanes, but I actually have the exact same HP on both towers, but I'm still in this, as bad as this looks, because if I just defend perfectly. That is a tall order, though, because this is such a hard matchup again. Like, these pushes, I'm just always down Elixir. Every time he pumps and I Fireball, I'm just down 1 more Elixir for no reason, so it's just really terrible. Also, I'm going for Tesla's 4 tiles down instead of 3, because if I go Tesla 3 tile down, he will just snipe them with the Musketeers. So, just gonna log Fireball the Musketeers on the left. E-Spirit for this gang. Back to a new pair of Archers again. I'm gonna log all this back as well. And I think I have to knight as well because otherwise, okay, that's still on the tower, yikes. I actually took one hit. If I got the knight down, I would still be in this, but this is looking like it might be over just because of that one musketeer hit. He does actually waste a horde though, which is really good. Hopefully E-Spirit, okay, E-Spirit actually kind of messed up there. I messed it up. Gonna fireball because I have no choice. Thankfully I at least hit one musketeer, but that is not really the value I was looking for. Gonna log these two on the left and I guess try and get back to a second fireball. And he is spamming a lot. He does give me fireball value on the ram as well, thankfully. Gonna log E-Spirit actually putting in a ton of work there, and stacked archers are actually destroying on defense. Like, I'm actually doing okay right now. Gonna continue to stack my archers. Fireball the musketeers on the left. I have to take that barb on the left as well. I think I don't have a choice. Gonna log this back, and I do have to get another fireball down on tower. So I have to fireball and log on tower. Let's see if I can get it. Gonna fireball, log, and oh my god, I think I actually might have just clutched this one out. Gonna get back to a second Tesla just in case, and oh my god, we actually just barely won in that absolutely terrible matchup. I'm gonna BM him because I really despise this matchup. Like, I cannot overstate how bad this matchup is. So yeah, apologies if you guys get offended by BM, but Giant 3M is so bad for Xbow. Also, Electro Spirit, I feel like, was a huge saving grace there as well, just because of bats and the gang and the horde, just all the swarm. But that's going to put me at 7.4k, really, really nice stuff. Pretty much top 250, a little bit above, but that is amazing. Can't believe I won that matchup. That is actually so incredible. I'm really happy about it, and 7.4k is really nice as well, so that is going to be great. I think I might go for one more just to try and get into the top 250. Alright, and we are into the next match against what looks to be a Chinese player. Let's see what he's going to be running and give him the good luck. And he's actually quite a bit of trophies higher than me. He does go Wallbreakers first play. Going to split my archers because they are cheaper than the Tesla. And then I'm actually going to Xbow with this one archer just to try and find out what my opponent has. Does have Rascals plus Dark Goblin. Kind of unfortunate I didn't have Login Cycle there. Just going to cycle back to it now though, and it will take care of everything. So Wallbreakers Dark, it looks like it's just going to be like some kind of Wallbreakers bait deck, which is not actually that common. I usually see Wallbreakers in like Mega Knight Wallbreakers or Minor Wallbreakers Cycle, so assuming he doesn't have a big spell, this would be a super good matchup, but if he does have like a rocket, this should still be pretty bad. Gonna knight to, okay, actually messed up my knight placement there, tried to mitigate damage, but gonna go for another Xbow right now because the cycle should be pretty bad. Does have to go princess and then prince. Okay, so I was just trying to find out what he had, and I knew he didn't have Rascals back in cycle, so gonna archers to DPS down the prince though, and we actually do get an Xbow on tower, so he does go Rascals late, gonna log them off instantly, and then now I don't have anything for his Dark Goblin. Does go Wallbreakers instead though, so just like that, we have a huge damage lead early on. Really nice stuff. Just kind of sacked some damage against the barrel, and was able to get a nice connection by outcycling his counters as well, so he seems like he's kind of upset about that, but based on his response to that Xbow, if he had a rocket, he definitely would have used it, so since he went Prince the Bridge instead, I definitely think he doesn't have a big spell, which, like I was saying, should be very good. I'm going to do the same thing, actually. I'm going to knight and then Xbow, and that wasn't right knight placement this time. I think I'm one away from log. Yeah, I'm back to log now after I play my archers, so I'm going to archers to DPS down the prince, and then I actually have log for the Rascals, and I think he lost right now, because he also just wasted his princess other lane. Like, yeah, Xbow's on tower, and there isn't really anything he can do right now. He could go Rascals, I would just log them, but even if he went Rascals, Xbow's already pretty much taken the tower, so just going to log the Rascals again. Gonna go Skeletons to keep my Xbow alive, and okay, gonna Knight as well. I'm totally fine with the Princess getting some damage. Again, he doesn't even have a big spell in this deck, so it doesn't even matter. And E-Spirit actually does a really good job at countering a barrel. Like, I took some damage. I am taking some damage each time I counter the barrel, but it's way more useful for me to have my log on offense instead, so I'm totally fine with the way this is playing out. And he actually lets the Xbow lock on, then goes late Dark Goblin, which is well played, but I'm just going to log it again. I have no fear of logging on offense because I have many other ways to counter the barrels right now. Gonna fireball off the Rascals as well. Skeletons keep my Xbow alive. Princess unfortunately kills it, but even if he somehow takes my right side tower, I am pretty much already winning the 2-tower game with how much damage I got with that lock, so this is literally over at this point. Gonna give him the good game. There's no way he can come back. That's a super good matchup for me, I have to say. Like, he tried his best, I guess, but again, just logs on offense against matchups like these are so valuable. You might think the basic thing to do is just log the barrel every time, but you can really get into nice offensive punishes by kind of thinking outside the box, using your log on offense instead, and defending the barrels more creatively with other stuff. But that's going to be a plus 42, unbelievable amount of trophy gain there. That's actually going to put me in the top 200. So I was just trying to go for top 250, but top 200 I will definitely take it. That's going to be amazing, and really nice battles won as well. 11011. I really like that number. So that's going to be amazing. Really good stuff. Really nice win against a really good matchup there, I have to say. That's pretty much Rascals bait, but with Wallbreaker instead of Rocket, so I'll definitely take it. I mean, super good matchup, but nice win streak there after that loss to come back and put me in the top 200, so really good stuff there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you look forward to more ladder pushes. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.